How's it everyone? Today in this video, as you guys can tell, will be another retro review. Of course, for this retro review, I'll be reviewing the 1996 Survivor Series. Of course, with Survivor Series being a week from this Sunday, I thought it'd be an appropriate time to knock some Survivor Series retro reviews in. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Of course, in my opinion, the 1996 Survivor Series is an awesome pay-per-view. I think it's one of the best Survivor Series of all time. Definitely top 5. You just have a lot of great stuff on the show. You know, you have a handful of great matches. You have a lot of moments, like a lot of debuts. You have a shocking turn event in the main event with the championship match, and of course, you have a classic match on the show as well. So you have a lot of good in here. A lot of historical things happen. And like I said, in my opinion, it's one of the best Survivor Series of all time, and I had a lot of fun watching it. So definitely check it on the network if you have it, or it's on the Survivor Series Anthology Volume 2, I believe, which I actually believe is the version on the network, because if you watch it on the network, even though when they say WWF isn't censored, you actually see signs being censored out, and actually when they had like the little nameplate graphic at the bottom, it actually says WWE instead of F. They actually had a little line to make it an E instead. So the show is edited on the network in a sense, but it's still a great watch. I will not be reviewing the match that was on the free-for-all, because if you guys know, the network does not have the free-for-alls on there, therefore I can't really review the match that took place on there, so I'll not be including the match that happened on the free-for-all in this review. But on the pay-per-view version itself, it did open up with a traditional Survivor Series elimination match. You had Doug Furnas, Phil Lafon, and the Godwinns taking on Owen, Hart, the British Bulldogs, and the Rockers. I thought this was a very fun opener. Owen Hart shined really well in this match. I think him and Bulldog had the best performance on their team, and Doug Furnas and Phil Lafon definitely had the best performances on their team. I wish this would have been just a standard tag team match. I think they both would have put an awesome tag team match on, but it was still a very fun match. You had some really good in-ring work from Owen Hart, the Bulldog, Doug Furnas, and Phil Lafon. The Godwinns and New Rockers, honestly, they're just there. They didn't really do anything in this match at all, in my opinion. But in-ring work was really good. I thought it was a very enjoyable opening match. Eliminations occurred with Marc being the first being eliminated by Henry Godwinn, when Henry Godwinn hit a slap drop on Marc, which led to his elimination. And immediately following Henry Godwinn getting up, Owen Hart runs in, hits him with a running spin heel kick to eliminate Henry Godwinn. And then Phineas Godwinn, of course, was the third one to get eliminated by the British Bulldog by a running power slam. And then Leif Cassidy, a.k.a. Al Snow, was eliminated by Phil Lafon after a suplex off the second rope, which looked pretty nasty the way Leif Cassidy landed. It looked like a nasty landing, so that was pretty cool. The British Bulldog was surprisingly eliminated after that by Phil Lafon with a schoolboy. And after the elimination, the British Bulldog did target his left leg, attacking him, which led to Owen Hart locking in the sharpshooter until Doug Furnas was able to break it up. And it came into a one situation. Doug Furnas got an awesome hot tag, just went absolutely nuts on Owen Hart, just looking really, really good, which would lead to him hitting a beautiful drop kick, followed by a release German suplex, get the win for him and his team. So Doug Furnas and Phil Lafon are your sole survivors. Just like I said, a very fun opening match here. I think Doug Furnas and Phil Lafon, they didn't go far in WWF, but they definitely had a really good showing out in this match here. So fun stuff. Enjoyed the opener. Really good. From there, we go to The Undertaker versus Mankind. Of course, this is pretty much the end of their series of matches in 1996. They had a lot of them, and this is just one of them, or pretty much the ending of it. You definitely tell where Undertaker was evolving. He definitely was wearing his leather black attire, so Undertaker was definitely evolving at this point with his character. And the match with Mankind was really good. Of course, stipulation was Paul Bearer was in a steel cage hanging above the ring, therefore he couldn't interfere. Undertaker and Mankind had a pretty good match. Mankind took some vicious bumps on the outside with the cannonballs and just missing and hitting nothing but the concrete on the ground, which looked pretty painful. Story of the match was, Mankind tried to lock in the mandible claw, but Undertaker tried his best to prevent it from happening. However, Mankind was able to lock it in a few times. Undertaker actually countering it into a choke slam on one occasion. So that's pretty much the story of the match. Just Mankind tried to lock in the mandible claw with the Undertaker trying to prevent it. But still a very good match. Undertaker 1996, 1997, in my opinion, was great years for him. I thought in the ring, Undertaker was just awesome, and definitely showed it here as well. So yeah, really good match. Undertaker was able to get the victory with the Tombstone Pile Driver. So Undertaker defeats Mankind. Of course, after the match, Paul Bearer is lowered into the ring. Undertaker tried to get his hands on Paul Bearer but before that, the Executioner came out to help Paul Bearer escape, which was set up for their match at the next pay-per-view, which was the Armageddon Rules match. So yeah, really good stuff there from Mankind, The Undertaker. From there, I'm going to go to another traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Jake the Snake Roberts, Marc, Mero, the Stalker, and the debut in Rocky Maivia taking on Hunter Helmsley, Jerry the King Lawler, Crush, and Goldust. Sonny was on commentary for this match. The match itself is just pretty boring, if you ask me. You know, the only good stuff really was Jerry Lawler and the Marc Mero Triple H confrontation in the ring. But besides that, nothing special. I think the only moment really to take away from this match was The Rock debuting. That was about it. But yeah, just a pretty... It was very long, too. It was about 25 minutes, and definitely it felt way longer than that. But yeah, nothing good from this match, really. Jerry Lawler was great. You know, him and Jake the Snake Roberts in the ring, and Jerry Lawler was just imitating Jake the Snake Roberts drinking, which I thought was hilarious, which actually lead to his elimination. So Jake the Snake Roberts first eliminates Jerry the King Lawler via DDT. Stalker was eliminated next by Goldust via a curtain call. Followed by that was Triple H getting eliminated by Marc and Mero after the Marc Mero hit the Mero Salt. And then Marc Mero was eliminated after that by Crush after a Hart punch. So he was eliminated. Jake the Snake Roberts was also eliminated by Crush by the Hart punch. And then, of course, came down to the infamous 2-on-1 with The Rock, or Rocky Maivia, taking on Crush and Goldust. Of course, Rocky Maivia had that big comeback and had that big moment after surprisingly eliminating Crush after a flying crossbody. Or flying body press, sorry, not crossbody. Eliminating Crush, came down to him and Goldust. He went out for a little bit, and then eventually Goldust was eliminated after Rocky Maivia hit a shoulder breaker on the Goldust. So Goldust eliminated, Rocky Maivia wins as sole survivor in his debut. So yeah, just the match itself, not very good. But like I said, you had The Rock debuting, so that's the big upside about that. And then from there, I'm going to go to the #1 contenders match for the WWF Championship. Bret the Hitman Hart making his return, taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match is fucking awesome. If you have not seen this match, you need to see it right now. I honestly will say it's almost on the same level as the WrestleMania 13 match. This match is absolutely excellent. The moment these two locked up, you just knew it would be something special, and they put on a special performance here. The only thing this match, in my opinion, is missing from the 13 match is the storytelling and the ending, of course. It's WrestleMania 13 had the great storytelling, and of course the infamous moment with Austin passing on the blood. Honestly, those are the only two things really missing in this match. The storytelling is there, but not the storytelling they had for the WrestleMania 13 match, obviously. This is just an awesome match. Of course, it started off very technical, you know, just them grappling around the ring, and then eventually Stone Cold pretty much said, fuck it, you know, and just started beating the hell out of Bret Hart, and just turned into a brawl, and these guys went out there and beat the hell out of each other, kicking out of each other's finishes. You know, Austin hit a stunner out of nowhere, Bret kicked out of it, Bret hit a pile driver, Austin kicked out of it. Just great back and forth action. I thought the wrestling was just superb as well, and definitely match tonight, like I said, the classic match on the show. And it's amazing. You know, it's one of those matches that words cannot do any justice. You need to go see it. Just like I said, just an awesome match. Started off slow, very technical, but turned into a great physical back and forth match. And I can't put this match over enough. Like I said, pretty much on the same level as our 13 match. Just missing the more intriguing story as well as the iconic ending. But the ending of this match is pretty great as well. You know, Austin was having Bret, you know, trying to lock in the $1 Million Dream, but Bret pulling a finish from WrestleMania against Roddy Piper, where even though he's in the $1 Million Dream, they go towards the rope. Bret kicks off the turnbuckle and pretty much is able to lock in Austin for the pin. So Bret Hart wins this match and becomes the #1 contender for the WWF Championship. Like I said, classic match, needs to be seen. Just fantastic stuff from Bret and Austin there. From there, I'm going to go to the final traditional Survivor Series elimination match of the evening. You had Faarooq, Vader, Razor, Ramon, and Diesel. Of course, these being the fake Razor, Ramon, and Diesel, taking on the team of Flash Funk, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Savio, Vega, and Yokozuna. Terrible match here. It was 10 minutes, but honestly, it felt like 45 minutes. Just a garbage match right here. Savio Vega got eliminated by Diesel after a jackknife. And then Razor Ramon got eliminated by Superfly Jimmy Snuka after the Superfly Splash. And then all hell broke loose after that, and the match ended into a no contest. So, garbage match, just a huge waste of time if you ask me. And then we go to the main event, which was the WWF Championship Match. Shawn Michaels versus Sycho Sid. Very hostile crowd for Sycho Sid. You know, they're very pro for him and very against Shawn Michaels. In terms of the match itself, I thought the match was great. This is probably Sycho Sid's best match ever. I thought the storytelling and just the way this match was progressed and how it went about. I thought it was great. You know, Sycho Sid very dominant in this match. And, you know, every time Shawn Michaels tried to get the upper hand, Sid was, you know, somehow was able to pretty much put the brakes on Shawn Michaels and take control back over. He just had some really good back and forth action. You know, Sid looked, you know, good for once in this match. Very dominant, like I said. A lot of kicks to the chest of Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels' selling was superb. This is actually the infamous selling where Shawn Michaels does like the headstand. Of course, I'm pretty sure you've seen the still shot all over the internet if you're a huge Shawn Michaels fan. So that's where that still shot came from. And like I said, the story was great, and the match is great, and it was very enjoyable. You know, it was a very different match than most of Shawn Michaels' title defenses in 1996. You know, most of his matches, even though he faced bigger guys like Vader and Diesel, he was able to pretty much make the match even still. But in this match, it was very dominant from Sid, and Shawn Michaels' selling was great, and I thought just an awesome match overall. Definitely a great title match. You know, Shawn Michaels had his big comeback at the end, hit Sweet Chin Music, but Sid was actually able to take out Jose Lothario with a camera. Takes the camera from the cameraman, hits Jose Lothario in the chest. Shawn Michaels did Sweet Chin Music, but Shawn Michaels, you know, being more concerned, goes to the outside to check on Jose Lothario. And then while he's doing that, Sid throws Shawn back in the ring. They go out for a little bit more, but the referee gets taken out. Shawn goes back to the outside to check on Jose Lothario again. Sid comes out, hits Shawn Michaels in the back with the camera that he hit Jose Lothario with. Throws Shawn Michaels back in the ring. Referee gets up, hits a powerbomb on Shawn Michaels, and 1, 2, 3. Sid Justice, or Sycho Sid, sorry, is your brand new WWF champion. Just very surprising that the crowd erupted huge for it. The crowd definitely wanted Sid to win, and he did. And a very shocking moment there. I don't think a lot of people expected Sid to beat Shawn Michaels for that championship then, but it made for a great moment. And you know, definitely it was a great way to end a great pay-per-view. Like I said, I thought Survivor Series 1996 is a great pay-per-view. One of the best Survivor Series of all time. Just a lot of great stuff, a lot of memorable moments, and definitely a pay-per-view it's definitely worth going every way to see. And yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you guys did, please leave a like below. If you've seen this pay-per-view yourself, please go ahead and feel free to comment your thoughts on it as well. If not, I definitely recommend checking out on the network, or if you have it on the Survivor Series Anthology DVD set, definitely check it out on there. Either way, I recommend the show to anyone that hasn't seen it yet. And yeah, that'll do it for the video, guys. And until next time, I'll see you guys, and thank you guys for watching the video.